Look straight.
No.
That looks so much better, man. Look at that. This looks so much better.
I can't see though.
You'll see. Hold on. There you go. That's perfect. All right. Intro to Jan. Right. Let's go to, where were we? How do you do this? How are you there? I said, how are you there?
Because I'm sitting here.
I mean, I can hear you on the thing. How do I get the thing again? I keep forgetting how to do that. I don't know if we got any people or not. No, Canney is live.
Wait, how do I
No,
make it stop?
we want back. Studio. No, goddamn it. That's not what we want. We want this right here. Yeah, channel. Alright. Okay, it's live. There we are. See, that's a lot better. It looks a lot better. I don't know if anybody's watching. It just is that. Oh wow, is that us?
Peekaboo, I
Hey.
see you. Hi.
Yes, we are. Good to see everybody. We're doing a new camera thing.
And David. Hi.
Hey, Dave. Hey, that's from Newburn. That's my buddy from Newburn.
Oh.
He's actually the one, very few, other than my sister Christian, that I really respect. He's a pastor,
Okay.
and he's a real dude. He's
Okay.
Dave. I have a lot of respect for you, and I always have. And you know how I am. No, but we're trying out some new camera stuff. We're trying to figure out how to do this a lot more professionally, if you will. Paula's always there. By the way, we want to say something about Paula.
She's amazing.
Paula's amazing, and look, we started this channel. I started this channel just for music 15 years ago, and then I get into stand up, and I'm using it for my stand up. But we would like to make this a job, we are. I just got offered YouTube partnership, so I'm actually able to. It looks like somebody put a booger on my glasses. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't say that.
No.
You can't say booger in front of her. So we want the YouTube thing to turn into like a career thing, and that's why I joined the YouTube partnership, and that's what we're working on. Paula, actually, and we're not asking for any money. Okay, that'll come with YouTube ads and stuff. Paula did a $10 super chat with us. It's the first dollar we've ever made.
Yes.
We've never made any money on YouTube. And I mean, honestly, we didn't get into this to, of course, we'd love to have millions of. Paula, thank you. Paula, have we met in person before? Because you seem, it says Paula 56. I'm wondering if that means that was the year you were born, because I'm a 65 model, but I don't know you. I mean, let me click on you and see if I know you. Do I know you? Go to channel. I think I do. I swear I think I do.
Well, don't piss her off.
I don't want to piss her off. Whoa, that's a beautiful dog, Paula.
Aww.
And you know we're dog people.
Okay.
That is a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
I wish I could put a picture of this on there and show you what it looks like.
Well, we'll get there one
Yeah,
day.
we'll get there. And but there's another thing we want to talk about. And Paula, when we have merch, Paula gets merch. We want people who watch. If you have something that you sell, you make, that you want people to see, what was that? We want people to, if you want to send us one, we're going to put shelves up and everything. We want to do like we want to display stuff. We want people to put whatever they got. If you got if you make like fishing lures, or you
so or dumb. Caskets.
It's so dumb.
Send us a casket.
No, don't send us a cat. Do not. I'm not into that. I don't know how she does it.
No, not that hard. Once you get past the whole dead thing, it's easy.
We don't have any sponsorship, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
We'd like to, though.
No, we don't.
That's how old I am. 56. We'll be 57 Thanksgiving. 1968, baby. There you go. Well, you were a youngster.
Yeah.
You're close to Beth's age.
Mm-hmm.
Beth is 11 years younger than me. My wife is 11 years younger than me. Couldn't say that when I was 20.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a Steve Eric joke. It's my buddy Steve Eric. It's not my joke.
Maybe you shouldn't even say it now.
Well, Steve Eric is a good friend of mine. He's going through a cancer thing.
Aww.
Steve Eric, A-R-I-K, is a comedian from St. Pete. He is an amazing comedian as well, and he's a good friend of mine. And he's one of the first comics I met. We really didn't hit it off at first. Not what his fault. It was. What'd you say?
What? What did I say?
One of these days, pow, right in the kisser. No, but I met him when I first moved to Dunedin. That's when I first moved to Florida in 2012. I lived in Dunedin for about 6 or 7 months, and then I moved to St. Pete to work at Coconuts Comedy Club. And Steve was he'd been on MTV. Steve is one of those kind of guys who really, really had it tough in the business. He was actually supposed to take downtown Julie Brown's place or something on MTV. I mean, they picked him out of thousands of people. And then he worked there for about a month, and she came back. She didn't like her new job as whatever it was. So he got put back to the minor leagues. But anyway, Steve's a great guy. He has some cancer issues. He's going through. There's a GoFundMe on McCurdy's Comedy Club page, and there's one on my page too on Facebook. So if you want to help out Steve or anything, please do. Yeah. And that's that. Our lighting looks a lot different.
Maybe because
Have
it's
you noticed?
raining. It's like dark outside and it's later in the day.
It that has nothing to do with it, baby.
Okay.
It's that light we bought, and I don't know. We have a few that we bought. And anybody in the comment section is around. We see Paul and Dave. That's totally awesome. Please chime in. I'm actually off this weekend and next weekend, and then I'm in Louisiana. What is it? Vidalia? You corrected me on this yesterday. She always has to correct me. It's always like that. It's like the first 3 years we dated, she was like, I could say, there's plutonium in the sky in the stratosphere. No, there's not. There's only 0.3%. I mean, so it kind of kept me honest,
I'd always ask him if he was putting in the catalytic converter correctly. Are you sure you're doing it right?
Right. That's exactly how she was. And I'm a mechanic
like that.
And a carpenter and all this other shit. Because when you are a professional musician, and I think David can attest to this, when you're a professional musician or any kind of entertainer in Newbern, North Carolina, you have to do other things as well, because you're not going to make a living doing any kind of entertainment in Newbern, North Carolina, unless you are what would be some entertainment? Dave, what would be some entertainment you could do full time in Newbern?
Newscaster.
Newscaster, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you always have to be better than me?
Funeral director.
Funeral director. There's another one. Before I left Newbern, I was doing like Comedyagram, where you could like hire.
That's really funny, actually. You should do that here on Palm Coast.
Comedyagram, where you can hire me to go somewhere and do 10 minutes of stand up, and like they'll tell me a little bit about the person. I did it behind Ed's place. I did it at that office. I did one at Stallings Insurance. There was a few of them that I did, and they would just hire me to go in for 10 minutes and just joke them. And it wasn't mean, but I mean, I would like say stuff like, "Oh, did you get here on time? I've been here an hour." Just stupid stuff. And I only did it like 5 or 6 times, but it went over like gangbusters. And it was good money. It was $100.
So why'd you only do it 5 or 6 times then?
Well, number one, I moved away, Beth.
Well, I don't know the time frame.
I didn't start doing stand up professionally until 2010. So dial an insult.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny. And you know what's funny is that almost all of them, except the one behind, if you remember Trent River Coffee, Dave, I'm sure you do, the building behind there, that was the only one they didn't want me to roast them. Everyone wanted me to roast them, and they'd give me like a page. It was good practice, man. It was good practice because I started writing in '05. It took 2 years for me to really get on stage without a guitar and do stand up without being with the band. You have that kind of, when you're comfortable doing something like with the band and stuff, and then doing it with no guitar, nothing in your hands. It was a big transition. So around 2007 and 8, I started going to Nut Street Comedy Club in or Comedy Room in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's gone now. It's Dead Crow or something now. But
Ooh,
Timmy
I like
Sherrill,
that name.
you like Dead Crow?
Mhm.
You ought to see their logo. It looks like a pentagram with a crow with a dead crow on it. Anyway, so it was real good practice because somebody would send me information, and they'd say, "Hey, I want you to." Who's your team, Paula?
Ooh,
I should have asked that. Should I? Can't ask my phone. Find out who won on NFL. NFL?
is
Is it NFL?
it
Sunday, yeah.
NFL?
Anyway, so it was good practice. Somebody would send me information. They'd say, Beth, this, likes to fart, does this, burps a lot, whatever. And I would turn that all into 10 minutes of stand up. And, I had some basic, like, structural stuff that I'd always do. But it was really good practice, and I had a lot of fun doing it. We used to, but my team sucks so bad right now. My team is Dallas.
Oh, no, they're playing tomorrow. Never mind.
She's from Chicago. You live in Steelers country. You live in Pittsburgh. I perform in Mechanicsburg. I think we talked about this. Did we talk about this once? Where?
I think
Yeah,
so. The
yeah.
Steelers. That's
Steelers
a good,
are awesome.
That's a good score.
What was the score?
34-32. That must have been a good
34-32.
game.
That sounds like a fist fight.
It does.
When I was a kid,
Holy shit, the Jaguars.
she's
won.
30 minutes from Pittsburgh. Are you Mechanicsburg way, or are you the other way? Because I was just in. Where was I at? Where did David K send me that time? It was in Pitt. It was right outside of. I was just there. I was there like 2 years ago with Harry. Remember I told you the power went out, and I did my last 10 minutes with no power in the building.
I do remember, but I don't remember where
I
you
don't know
went.
where it was. Yes, we did. I remember, Paula. We did discuss it. Yeah, that's right. She remembers better than we did.
Yeah.
Paula's on the ball, and you would. I can't believe that we keep crossing paths like this. That you keep. I appreciate it because we're Washington, Pennsylvania. I've heard of that. There's a Washington, North Carolina too. My mom was from Terracea. She's passed away now. She's from Terracea, which is right outside of Washington, North Carolina. That's where my grandparents live. Tell you a quick story about my granddaddy. They had outhouses behind our house until the 80s. You couldn't build a new one, but you could keep the old ones up. And we were close family, so we had a 2-seater outhouse.
Ew.
So one day, me and my granddaddy were in there after lunch, and he stood up in his bib overalls, dumped a bunch of change in the outhouse. And I was like, wow. And he stood up, he looked in there and looked at me, and he took a 20 and threw it in the outhouse, in the hole. I said, Granddaddy, why are you throwing $20 in the outhouse hole? He said, you don't think I'm sending you down there just for a little bit of change, do you? I don't need the drums. Little Washington.
You need something.
Yeah, little. Are you hearing this? Little Washington, North Carolina? Or is it Little Washington, Pennsylvania? Because if it's Little Washington, Pennsylvania, we got one in North Carolina too. Go Little Washington.
You guys are copycats.
No, we're not copycats. We just live close together. That's where they took my mama to have an abortion. Little Washington to abort me. No joke. That's a bad story. Yeah. So, original Washington. Oh, yeah, David said that. Original Washington. I don't know, Dave. I don't know which one's old. Google that. Which one's older, Little Washington, Pennsylvania, or Little Washington, North Carolina? I know North Carolina's right old. Well, you know what's weird about living in Florida? I lived in St. Augustine for a while when I first started living with her. But I lived in the second oldest city in the United States in Newbern, 1710. And then I moved to the oldest city in United States, which was St. Augustine.
Washington, North Carolina was founded in 1776, which is also known as Original Washington.
I didn't know that. So Dave just said the first town named after George is in Beaufort County, North Carolina, Washington. That's Little Washington, Dave.
And then Little Washington, Pennsylvania was settled in or founded in 1784.
Got you beat, Paula.
Not by much, though.
A little bit.
You guys are close.
David is a Christian pastor, and I'm sure he's not into that abortion stuff. My grandparents took my mama in 1964 to I'm born in 65 March. Took her to an illegal abortion clinic to have me aborted. My grandmama did that, and my mom went.
They failed.
Got to the. Well, of course they failed. I'm sitting here. What is it? This whole thing's going weird. So they got there, and one of my mom's friends pulled up, drove up there, and said, "You don't need to do this." And so she left, and my grandparents kicked her out in 1964, and she went to Johnson City, Tennessee, to live with my uncle Frankie, who at the time was a tent revival preacher. So she went to live with him because he would, I guess, I don't know, save her or something. But I was born in Johnson City, Tennessee, and what's funny is I played music in the '80s in a club called what was that one called?
Was it called Tent Revival?
I think it was called the Pub Out Back or the Pub. It was an old air hanger, and our hotel had a pool on the roof. It was a shitty hotel, wasn't a nice one, and you could see across the way to the room I was born in, because it was I went there to go see if I could see the room I was born in. It's an old folks home now.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, okay. Well, the lady said, when were you born here? And I was like, 65. I was 23 at this time. And she goes, oh, well, I'll show you where the birthing ward, the maternity ward was. I was all right. And so she just showed me the floor. I couldn't go in the rooms. She said, more than likely, if you were born to a white woman, and she said this, you were probably born in one of those two rooms right there. And I was like, well, what happened if my mama was black? And she said, you'd have been born in the back dumpster.
Field out back.
Yeah, it was pretty racist, and I wasn't too keen on that because, I make a lot of jokes and everything, but everybody's equal, man. You got to prove that you're not equal to me. That's why I think there's room on this earth for everyone. Everyone has a place. I don't care if I agree with you or not. Everyone has a place on this earth. Yeah. I try to say that in every comedy show I do, because it just seems like nowadays, I don't even want to get into this. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, we're not going to get into
funny.
No. Yeah, it's not funny. But yeah, Dave's right there. Look at all these comments, man. Yeah. This is so cool, man. Yes. We built this channel on talking to people and being, and wearing weird shirts.
I love your shirt. What are you talking about? It looks like Corky.
It is.
It's just not talking. It's kind of quiet.
We have two parrots, yeah.
We have a quiet shirt. Although since we moved him by the TV, he's a lot quieter. It's almost like
he watches TV.
He doesn't want to be there, or he's watching it. Something like that, yeah.
Hold on. Paula says, David, please keep me in your prayers. I am prone to get pneumonia every time I get a cold. I had a bacterial pneumonia in March and ended up in the hospital for 5 days. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dave's the man for that. Look, we don't pray, but we're send out a lot of healing chi. Mm-hmm. And Beth is a Reiki master. She went to school for it and everything, took classes. So we'll definitely, Paula, you have been so good to us. Mm-hmm. And I know you might think, no, I haven't. Yeah, you have. Just your presence. We made our first $1 off this channel from you. We're going to send you some good chi as well.
Yeah.
And David will too. David is that'll have prednisone antibiotics will do it if your body accepts that. I mean, some people, I'm gaining a lot of weight. I mean, I can just look at cheesecake and my ass will tremble. It's probably not a good time to make that kind of joke. I apologize. I saw that.
It's almost cheesecake time too. So
it's almost what?
Cheesecake time.
What's cheesecake time? Cheesecake time is all the time, Beth. There's no time that's not cheesecake time. What do you mean, today?
Yes.
Or time of year?
Today.
We have cheesecake?
No, sorry.
Then what are you talking about? It's almost cheesecake time.
Just dessert time. You love your dessert.
You don't listen. Cheesecake to me is like meth to a meth head. Okay? You don't mention that it's cheesecake time. I don't do drugs, but I do cheesecake. Okay?
But cheesecake
We
can be a
walked by.
drug.
We went to the Pig, Winn Dixie. I call it the Pig because we don't have pig. We went to Winn Dixie the other day and they had cheesecake on sale. And I walked by and I made sex noises in Piggly Wiggly, Winn Dixie. I mean, I'm walking by the cheesecake going, "Ah." That's how I sound when I have sex. "Ah." I'm serious. And when I'm eating, it sounds like I'm having sex.
Yes. Nobody wants to know this.
Oh, that would have been so good, Paula. Paula made barbecue ribs and potato salad for the game. I would have been, when I first started dating her, we had chicken wings one night. She had a couple glasses of wine. I've been sober 14 years, so I'm straight. She ate chicken wings with ranch dressing, and she had ranch dressing from her forehead to her belly button.
Wasn't that much.
It was a lot.
But I did get it on him.
And she got it on it. She'd fall asleep right on my face and everything. But that's how that goes. This is cool. I think the cameras are better. I think it looks better. See, we got the camera we got. Usually we have it turned around facing us and we watch it. But if I have it turned around, I use the other lens.
It's a better lens.
Oh yeah, there's more than one. There's more than one Cheesecake Factory now. There's a lot of them. There's it's not a lot.
I think it's called the Original Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, but that's in like Pittsburgh, isn't it? Paula? Where is that? Is that in like New Jersey or Pittsburgh or something? Because I've heard of it.
But the cheesecake that they give you is like the size of your head. Like you don't get a small little piece. It's like this tall.
New York City. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
When we got married, we got special cheesecakes made because
I had cheesecake. No, I just had cheesecake made because you wanted cheesecake. I had a special cake made for me.
She's a pain in gluten free.
Everybody loved the cake, and it was gone. We didn't get any dessert.
I got a little bit of it, but I was so busy. And what sucked about it was we had our favorite Mexican restaurant cater the wedding.
Yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't cheap, and they set the food up.
And they left.
No utensils.
They didn't give us
No,
utensils.
if it wasn't for Gina and a couple other people from where he used to work at to go get some. They got some. I don't know where they got them at.
I don't know. They found something. They were using cups and
it was so.
And they were
but the food was fantastic.
It was really yummy. But we had the neighbor, so we invited the neighbor.
Right.
And we love our neighbors.
Yeah, they're awesome.
What's her name? Her name is.
Hey, how you doing? They're from New York.
Her name is Miss Grace, and she's like 92
right,
or something. Yeah. So we're
Dog, like, you're a pisser.
They come up to us and say, "Oh, Mom loves parties. Mom just da 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 da." And we're like, "Well, we should probably invite her. It might be her."
We had just met them.
Yeah,
we just met them. They just bought the house.
So we invite them, and if she wasn't like, "You need to go tell the bride and groom to hurry up and finish eating because I want a piece of cheesecake." So we were being rushed to eat so we could get to the cutting of the cake so she could get her cheesecake. And let me tell you, she got a slice of each. She brought some home, and they were so excited. The lady that made them doesn't own the place anymore. She shut down. So, but they were good.
Isn't she kind of incapacitated? Doesn't she have like she's got something.
She has a little walker, and she danced most of the night in her little walker, and she had so much fun.
Great entertainment. My buddy Ryan and Michelle were great entertainment. We still have beer from our wedding in our garage fridge. There's a shitload of it.
I think I gave stuff away too. There was so
we
much.
did. We gave a shitload away too. But yeah, we invited them. They're really cool. We got great neighbors here. Other than if we didn't live by a school, man. Florida. Listen, Florida. People talk a lot of junk about Florida, and we do too. But where we live, they got the New Yorker next door here. That's where Vlad used to live there by New Woodcut. That story. Vlad used to live next door. They bought that house, and then a house was just built over here. We have no clue who owns it.
They don't yet. They're
And then the
selling
house
it.
across the street is Shirley Anderson's, one of our best friends in the world. What? I should not say her name.
Not our phone. Anyway.
What?
It's too late.
What did I say? Shirley, one of our best friends, retired cop. We've actually made an offer on their house. I mean, she's not selling, but we told her we would love. Her house is made out of made out of wood.
Yes.
Big, beautiful house.
Very pretty.
And then we got the Russian people on the corner. Hey, how you doing? No, why did I do that? I don't know. It's more like Dulk. Yeah, Russians on the corner. Then we have the other family right here on this corner that we know real nice. Real nice. We don't ever see them much, but they're.
No, I think they work
It's
a lot.
it's a guy who's probably about 30, 35, and his mother and his sister live there too. So he's like helping them.
Yeah.
So it's really.
I think they work a lot though.
I think he's got a degree in like something.
Yeah.
And then we got Anna and her husband that live next door. We don't really know who they are. I think she's a teacher.
You know more about the neighbors than I do because I'm usually at work. I'm usually not home.
Yeah, I know.
I don't.
And I walk Tiggy, and Tiggy makes friends with or eats people. So then we don't have any neighbors behind us.
They have garlic on them.
That's a good story.
It is.
The redneck kids behind us were jumping on a trampoline. I was walking Tiggy. They were like 4 or 5.
This is when we first got him.
That's when we first got
yeah.
Tiggy. He's like 140.
Huge.
He's 200 now.
Yeah.
We were walking Tiggy down the street. The kids go, "Can I pet your dog? Your dog going to bite us?" I said, "No, I think you're all right. He loves little kids." And how's that go?
Does he like kids?
No, she goes, yeah. She goes, does he like kids? I said, he loves kids, especially if there's garlic on them. And they went, "We ain't got no garlic on us. This is a redneck kid." Is that?
Yeah. Anyway, are those antique chairs? Actually,
These are from the funeral home.
I have no idea where
I'm
these
so glad you
chairs
asked
came from, but they are from the funeral home. When they were remodeling, they were getting rid of
chairs.
They were getting rid of all the furniture, and I was like, "Oh, I have one chair that I absolutely had to have." And I have that, and that's in the living room. And then they were like, "Well, there's these other chairs. Do you want them?" And I was like, I looked at them, and I was like, not really. But anyway, so they talked me into taking them, and we have a desk or a table, like a side table, too.
We have some lamps
And
and
we've
stuff.
got torches, and
what's that?
those are the lamps. Well, we did get some lamps, but we also got torchiers.
What is a torchier?
A torchier are the lamps that they put, the tall lamps that they put on either side of a casket for any funeral, because it helps with the lighting. Because sometimes you can't do
It's a
makeup
tall lamp.
well.
Why would they change the name of it? Hey, it's a tall lamp. What do you want to call it?
Because they
Let's
can't,
call it a tall lamp. No,
Well,
let's call it a torchier.
they can't charge you $500 for it if they call it a lamp. They have to give it a fancy name.
Yes, I'm going to put a new roof on your house, but it's going to be called a roof.
There you go.
Did I get a roof? I got a roof.
Yes.
It's
there you
all
go.
how you say it, you know.
It's how you say it. But anyway, so we got a bunch
I'm not
of
going to
stuff.
get laid. I'm going to get
And this
laid.
picture is also from the funeral home. I used to stare at this picture while I would stand there waiting for families to arrive, wishing that I was walking in the picture instead of standing there waiting. Anyway, little insight into Beth's
If it was up to her, this place would look like a funeral home. Because she would come up all the time, hey, they got a new couch. We get a new couch. I'm like, oh, cool. Where you get a new couch at? It's a funeral home. No. Hey, let's get this. You walk in here. You walk in the house. You're like, hi, welcome to our home. Are you here to?
Come this way.
This is not. This is not a funeral home. This is a.
Please follow me.
I don't get it.
I don't know. You're not a funeral director.
Because of our animals and our geography here, we've had to literally move the studio around the house to be able to not get molested, bothered by the animals. And I almost think they're almost figuring this out.
Yeah.
Because they're just a pain in the sphincter muscle.
I think they're all sitting outside the door right now.
Kayak, Tiggy, and the cats, a couple of the cats will sit right there and just listen.
Yeah.
And if they hear us say cat or dog, they all know what that is. If you say the cat, I'm telling you what, cats do not know their name. And I got 6 of them. They don't.
They do.
If you go kitty, 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 then they're like, or you can do it in French. Shape pousse pousse. Shape, is that how you say it in French?
I don't know. I don't speak French.
Anyway,
No,
so
habla François.
no, it would be that was just so fucked up. That was like 4 languages fucked up all at once.
I can barely speak English, and you want me to speak French.
She has a dog too, Brody.
Brody, aww.
Is that the dog in your is that the dog in your profile pic? Because that's I've always loved pit bulls. I've never had one, but in my 60 years I've only had three dogs in my life, and I had them all 10 years at a time. So, or 15 years. And now this oaf.
Oh my gosh.
Brody's awesome, man. Brody's a pretty boy. Even though you got that filter on him, Brody's still a pretty boy.
So cute.
Yeah, he is.
Listen, Tiggy, when we first got him.
It is him.
Yeah. Aww.
That's a beautiful dog.
When we first got Tiggy, we pulled up to this place. We heard a dog barking. And Doug was like, whose dog is that? I said, that's our dog. He goes, there is no way. That sounds like a very big dog. That's not our dog. Because we were told he was, 130 pounds, I think is what they told us he was. He did not sound like a 130-pound dog.
In case anybody wants to see Paula's dog, that's a beautiful pit bull.
Aww.
I can't make it any bigger because I'm dumb. But that's a beautiful.
Figure it out one day.
That's a beautiful dog. I don't know what it is. I just love pit bulls. I've never seen one that was mean for no reason. And people don't seem to know this, and I know a little bit about dogs. The vicious dogs that you see that are on chains and stuff like that, they're not being fed. That's just how it is. I know the guy who worked for me, Woodstock, his chow, I had a chow too. His chow tore somebody's kneecap off because he wouldn't fucking feed it. And I've seen dogs at farms and stuff where they only feed them every few days to keep them mean, and that's all it is.
That's very sad and depressing.
Yeah, it is. When I worked for that prick that I did his house down there, and remember the one I did in Fort Pierce? I went down there. I had a friend, kind of a friend. His job was to guard nuclear weapons in the military, and they had to take this class where the two of them would work, and if the one guy got the order to fire, the other guy had to hold a gun to his head, and if he didn't fire, had to kill him. It's American government here. All right, this is Army. Anyway, so I was going down to his house, and he had a camp in the woods, and he built this house. And the building inspectors hated him because he was a pain in the ass. They liked me, though. Right off the bat, they liked me. So it was already framed and roofed when I got there. I did all his side, his windows, his doors, did all his framing, all his trim work. And he was a absolute prick. And the reason he was is he'd feed his pigs once a week, just pour a big bag of dog food in there. He wouldn't feed his other animals. He had cats and stuff. And it was just, you could just tell the guy didn't give a shit about anything but himself. And after a while, I worked for him for a while. I mean, I got his CO, which is your certificate of occupancy, means you can move in. I got that for him. And a week later, I just said, don't ever call me. Don't ever speak to me. Don't fucking Facebook me. Nothing. And he tried to a few times. I read him the riot act. I wanted to beat his ass. Anybody who treats animals, I mean, it really, really, really upset me because, I'm a stray, just like anybody else. And it's just rude. I can't even verbalize it. It just pisses me off because the pigs, they don't know they're pigs. They're just hungry. They don't know nothing.
They just want to eat.
And they were never mean to me. I would feed them every day I was there. I would feed them every day.
You mean like you fed the donkey and the horse at our wedding?
Well, donkeys and horses are cool. We had a donkey, Dave, if you're still there. We had a donkey that had the Jesus cross on it. And it's a certain breed of donkey. There's quite a few, but they're not in different places of the world. But that donkey is the one that supposedly brought Jesus to Jerusalem. Mary, whatever.
Bethlehem.
Right there. That's the kind of donkey that was at it was our ring bearer almost.
It's our ring bearer.
And because I just fell in love with it. I didn't know the biblical stuff about it.
He's supposed to help me plan the wedding, right?
I
What does he do? He
I was in the
wanders
pasture.
off in the pasture. And I'm like, where did my husband go?
You can't-
My fiance at the time.
You can't put me around,
And
yeah.
I was like, I can't believe it. She goes, he can't keep doing this. And I go, I know. We're not going to get married if he keeps wandering off. So we were supposed to actually get married down the road. Remember, it was about a quarter mile down the road, like in this little secluded area by a pond or a lake. It was so pretty. They had like a gazebo and everything. And well, it rained the night before, so the minister, what would you call him?
Alan.
Alan, but
He was the
like the
justice of the peace.
yeah, kind of,
Yeah.
but more than that. He was actually my boss. Not
Cool-
at the time.
cool
He
as
was
hell.
very, very nice. And
Very
he
cool.
goes, what did he say? 17 out of 18 of his marriages were still together. So anyway, not his
Why would he
marriages,
tell people
but
that?
his weddings. Because he was proud that, oh, these people stayed together and I married them. Anywho, so it was, I mean, when I say it was raining, it poured down rain. Everything was wet. Our cars were getting stuck. We're like sliding in the mud and it's just pouring down rain. And he was like, and the wind's blowing, leaves are hitting us in the face. We're trying to do the rehearsal. And he was like, well, maybe we should do this down at the barn. So we ended up doing it at the barn instead. And but I had a friend that I worked with who was like, if Doug wants the donkey, I'll get you the donkey. And I said, I don't want the donkey in my wedding. He goes, no, Beth, I get it, but I could get you the donkey. And I said, I don't want the donkey in my wedding. Next minute, you know, I'm buying the fucking thing, a top hat and a bow tie and a pillow. And I'm like, how did this go wrong? This is not what I wanted. So he didn't know about it. It was a secret. And it was hard because there were people that couldn't talk to him, Don, because they would have told him, like, he wasn't allowed to hang out with certain people until after the wedding and stuff like that, which was poor. I felt so bad because he's like, how come Don doesn't want to hang out with me? Well, he's not allowed to. He's been forbidden. But I couldn't tell him that. But anyway, so.
Well, I mean, you know.
You were so excited.
I can't
Your face, you were more excited about the donkey than me.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not true. So, I've always had a thing. I've always liked horses and stuff, but I've never been around them too much. And I had an ex-girlfriend that owned like a place that taught dressage. And we didn't date that long, but we lived together. I lived at her place for 6 or 7 months. And I was around horses every day. And man, they're just amazing. I mean, I don't know what it is, but horses, they've been like the closest animal to man since way before, dogs and cats and stuff. Horses, I've read stuff where horses were family members of people back in the, hundreds of years ago. Horses weren't, very, very few people mistreated horses.
Well, what about Egyptians? Like they were buried with their cats. Although that is kind of wrong because the cats were sometimes alive.
Yeah, but your cat, listen, here's the difference in that and your aptitude for that. A cat's wonderful. I love cats. I love my cats and everything. A horse can save your life. You can be scared.
So
There can be a fire. There could be someone trying to hurt you. And a horse will fight these people. A horse will run through stuff it would never run through because it knows it's taking you away from something. That's why when my dog died, I heard this thing from a Native American dude in Montana. I was on the road and I was not in a good place. And he told me, he said, when animals die, they wait for you at the bridge from
the Rainbow Bridge. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. He just said they wait for you at the bridge, from this side to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And he said no matter how many you have, and they'll all be there. And then they
little ones like the fish.
No, this is like dogs, horses, cats, whatever you consider your pet, then has a soul. If you love it and it's in your life, it then has a soul.
Yes.
So all these fish tanks are there, and so they're supposed to. When you're there, it's just fuck the whole story up.
It's in it. I love my fishies.
So when you get there, your animals will guide you across this bridge and live with you forever. So that was just a wonderful story he told me. And he told me, he said, when you have an animal like a horse or a dog or a cat or whatever, you don't own that animal. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
Regardless if you're feeding it, tending it, taking it to the vet, it's still a partnership. Because at any moment, that animal could get smart enough to just go, yeah, I'm out of here.
Speaking of which, so I had to go to the bank the other day, and on this sign there was a post by the stoplight, and on the sign was a poster that said, "I'm missing my emotional support cat." I felt so bad for the person. Oh my God, that person needs their emotional support cat. Then I saw the picture of the cat, and I was like, that cat did not get lost. That cat probably thought I I can't take the emotional support I have to give this person anymore. I have to find another job. I was like, oh my God. Now I feel doubly bad because this poor person really, really needs this emotional support cat. And the cat, like the look on the cat's face was like, no.
That's hilarious.
What are you looking at?
I'm not just looking. She said
Oh,
Brody is her soul dog.
aw.
Tiggy's like a service animal, and Kayak is like a. You know, when you say service animal, I always think about a dog with like a machine gun. I don't know why I think that.
Army outfit on, fatigues.
I had a girl say to me one time, "Oh, it's going to be a marine biologist." I went,
Mm-mm.
like at the beach, like on a surfboard, a marine bio. It was funny to me.
No. Not to everybody else.
Who do I know named Brody? Brody Jenner. That's who it is.
I don't know anybody named
Yeah,
Brody.
I know a dude named Brody too. I met him at some show. He was a singer or bass player for some band down here. There's a shitload of those bands down here. All the dudes 50, 60 years old thinking they're gonna make it. Motherfucker.
You ain't made it by 50.
If you ain't made it by now, then you're
Then
just
you need an emotional
it's a
support
hobby,
cat.
bitch. Yeah, it's a hobby for me. I got freaking 5 Marshall stacks. You know, it's a hobby. I like it's just fun, you know. Officer Down. We're gonna do some premieres here on this channel of Officer Down and some other stuff. Yeah, do some more guitar. What was it called? Reviews and stuff.
Okay. More reviews, yeah.
You could review dead shit.
What am I gonna review? Am I gonna bring in a corpse and like, oh here? That's like illegal.
I was just searching. I was just
Yeah.
searching for something. I'm sorry.
No.
I was.
We could review pictures of cats that look like they should be support animals and cats that look like they're not.
What
Like
made
our
you
cats.
think? What made you look at the cat and go, "He's out"? What made you?
It
I mean,
was-
did he have this look like? I mean,
yeah, he basically was like leaning towards the door, and he was like, had
She's
this
like
look
holding
on
him,
his
smiling.
face.
He's going.
And he's like, please God help me. So yeah, that was kind of the picture. It was a cute kitty. He was a Siamese kitty, but yeah, I'm pretty. I hope that she finds him, or he, whoever it is. I hope they find their cat, because it's sad to lose your cat. I lost my Sammy, and now I have 6 cats.
Well, that cat died in front of you. We didn't really lose
That
him.
was such a weird thing.
And I was on the road. I was in like,
You were on
where
the
was I at? I was in
road.
Chicago or somewhere.
I don't know.
I remember that broke my heart though, because Sam was such a good
He was
kid.
such a good kitty. I brought him to the vet hospital, and the vet was like hovering and like, I have an orange kitty too, and she's all petting him and loving on him. He's got oxygen on, and he's got an IV, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, you should spend some time with him. I'll give you a couple minutes. So she walks away.
This is the first time I've heard any of this.
Oh, it's a horrible story. So she walks away, and I grab his paw. Well, he hated when I grabbed his paws, because I always did that to him when he was pulling away. He hated it. So I put my finger on his little paw, and he grips my finger, and I was like, so I'm crying like a freaking freak. And the vet comes back, and it's literally been 2-3 seconds maybe. She comes running back, and she's all like, he's such a beautiful kitty, and she's rubbing on him, and I'm sitting there like, can I just have my moment with this cat? So we have to put him down, because they found he had polyps in his lungs, so he had lung cancer. So they're like, there's really no way, to get past this. And cats don't really show that they're sick or anything until it's too late. So I was like, this is my first cat I ever had. I've never had a cat before Sammy. And so he passes on, and they bring me back in the room, and they're talking to me about the cremation. $3,000 they were going to charge me to cremate my cat.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just not do an individual cremation. I did get his paw print though.
Yeah.
So I got that of him and some of his hair, but she was like, why wouldn't you get him cremated by himself? And I'm like, well, for one,
what am I going to do with it?
it's like, I don't want to have
You weren't even a mortician yet.
I worked at Craig's.
Oh, were you?
I was working there. But I was just like, we don't even charge that much for a person to get cremated. So I was like, what? That was it was a while ago. It wasn't like recently.
I tell you what, you got an animal that your animal dies in front of you, it just kind of drains some of the life out of you for a while. Because it happened with me and my second ex-wife. I call him. No, he died in front of me.
Oh.
His name was Friday, and he was a big gray, white, big poofy kitty, and we had him for years and years and years. No, no, no. He wasn't. He was white. He was like all different colors because Rafiki was my gray cat, that gray and white cat that was me and Tyler's that died. When that cat died, Tyler fell apart, my son, and I didn't even know he loved him that much. He loved that cat so much, and his mom and I had just split up, maybe 6 months before that, and she said, you can take your cat. So I took him home, and he sat there on the kitchen table and looked out the window or the door for about 3 hours, and I was like, "What the hell's wrong?" I mean, he never just sat there like that. He's probably 12, yeah.
Tyler?
The cat.
Oh.
And I put a chicken nugget. He loved those. He loved chicken nuggets from McDonald's, and he wouldn't even touch it. I was like, "Oh shit!"
No.
So he went out, and he usually would come back at dark. I didn't see him at dark, and I was living in the woods, so I thought he was all right. Like 11 o'clock at night, I just opened my eyes and went, "Where's my cat?" And isn't that weird? I just opened my eyes like, "Fuck." And I went outside with the flashlight, was looking on, and I found him dead under a bush. So I got one of my Canney construction black construction shirts I have for my business. Wrapped them all up, dug a hole. Fucking 12 o'clock at night, crying in my yard in the dark.
Oh God, how did this
Bryce's
get so
Creek.
depressing? We got depressing. We need to be funny and children. Oh, I'm
Yeah, probably been through it
sorry.
too. Yeah. Yeah, we should probably not talk about stuff.
Yeah, that's depressing.
Yeah.
We're getting depressing.
We got a shitload of animals.
We got a lot of animals. We got a lot. We got 6 cats?
6 cats, 2 dogs, and 2 parrots.
But only 2 of the cats were actually
yeah.
ours. Like, we adopted Pearl for Gracie, and then funny story about Sinky or Kira. She what was it? The teacher, Simon, my son's teacher said that there's a cat. So he took a picture of the picture. He sends it to me and says, "Hey, they got this cat. I know how you and Doug like to rescue animals." Now, at this point, we had Sammy, Pearl, and I think we had Kayak.
Right. And
so I was like, we had Duchess. But Duchess is a bird. She's always going to be with us. And so anyway, we he sends me this picture, and I said, "Well, do you want the cat?" And he's like, "No, man, it's up to you." Now, mind you, he's in 8th grade, so he's, middle schooler.
Like anything.
Like anything. He didn't like anything. He didn't care. He acted like he didn't care. And I said, "Well, I don't feel that you would have shown me this cat if you didn't want the cat." And he was like, "Well, I was just telling you, blah, blah, blah." So I go, "Okay, whatever. So tell the teacher that if she doesn't find anybody by the end of the day, she could call me and we'll arrange to go pick up the cat." Lunchtime comes. Now, mind you, I'm at work and I'm going running errands at work and for work. It wasn't just, me just running errands. And she calls me and she goes, "So when can you get the cat?" And I was like, "Huh?" I go, "Well, I thought," and she goes, "Well, here's the thing, da da da. I brought her home." So there's this whole long story that she came from a trailer park in Daytona Beach. And she got in a fight with these 2 cats that the teacher had, and the little boy that came in to babysit the cats while she was out of town noticed there was a tooth on the ground and saw that the house was kind of messed up and the rod from the curtain was on the ground. So apparently there had been a fight, and Kira lost one of her teeth. So
when we get her, we have to get dental work done right away.
I paid $3,000 for her to get dental work done.
But she's a lot nice. She's absolutely a part of our family. We've had her for so long, and she's so different. She's different from every other cat. But every cat we got by accident. Mm-hmm. We got Leo, the big fat one. He's the only male one we got.
Leo was kind of just dropped off.
Well, they also said that he was going to the pound if we couldn't. And at first it was only for a week or 2.
It was for a month.
It's for a month.
The first one was for a month. He's going to have to go to the pound because we can't take him with us where we're going because we already have a cat. So we want to keep that cat that's ours with us. But this is my friend's cat. and my friend couldn't take the cat with him because his boyfriend is allergic to cats and doesn't like cats. So I'm like, well, why not just give the cat to someone else? Well, he doesn't want to let go of the cat, but we can't take care of him, so we don't want to, just give up his cat because it's not fair. All right, fine. So a month goes by. Can you keep?
You're skipping a lot of shit here. Look, when we brought him here, we already had other cats, and he wasn't. Well, we got a story about that too, Paula. He wasn't mean to the other cat. If he was real mean and fighting, it'd be easy to go, yeah, we don't want the cat. He was so eager to be submissive to the girls.
Mm-hmm.
He was big too. He could kick some ass. He can do it now, and he won't do it. He won't hurt any of the other kids. He'll put his hands up now. Before he would just lay there, and that just broke my heart. It was like, this cat has tried so hard to be nice, and so I didn't really like him at first. I mean, I'm not mean to him, but I just whatever. I love him. He's my boy now. He follows me everywhere. He's my cat.
I mean, he's so big.
He's huge.
He used to run into me and almost knock me over.
He's 20 pounds at least.
He's 35 pounds, I'm sure. But anyway, so it's
like a goat.
He is. He runs into me. He doesn't do it so much anymore because I, yelled at him enough about it. But he's also lived with us for a long time, so he's better at it. But anyway, so we had him for a month. Then we were asked to keep him for an extra month because they didn't get their own place. And then they got their own place. They were only allowed to have one cat. And so can we keep him for a little bit longer? Okay, whatever. At this point, he's our cat now. A year goes by. The best friend wants his cat back. He leaves his boyfriend. He comes back down here. And so my daughter says to him, yeah, I don't think you're getting him back. And she tells me he may want him back. I'm just letting you know. And I was like, at this point he ain't getting him because, he's left him for a year, so he's kind of abandoned him. And she's like, no, I warned him. He's probably not getting him back. So it was this big thing that we're like, oh, great. He's probably going to come and try to take Leo away. And it turned out he was here for a month and moved back with his boyfriend. And so it was like, big deal. But
I said in no uncertain terms, flat out, don't come over. We don't want to visit with you. You're not getting the cat back. The cat is mine.
Yes. Oh, the birds are freaking out.
No, they do that when they hear me raise my voice.
Yes, they don't like it.
So Paula, we got a cat with bad teeth. She said she pays $749 a year to get Brody's teeth cleaned and checked, and his bad teeth can damage. Well, look, we have a feral cat, Luna, that's deaf. She had 4 babies, the healthiest babies you've ever seen in your life. And we gave one to her daughter,
yes,
my stepdaughter, and one to a close friend,
yes,
the male. And we kept Spawn and Rougarou,
yes,
2 of the females that are completely different cats. If you didn't know they had the same mama, you wouldn't even know they were related.
Exactly.
Because they're so different.
Yeah.
But Luna has bad gums.
I don't know what it's called. It's
like pyorrhea.
She's basically allergic to her own saliva.
And when we go to the vet, it's like we're allergic to our money.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive. They should have a sign there when you walk in that says, how much money do you really have?
It is.
Because every time they leave the room, it's another $100.
It is.
We were there the other day, and I said, every time he leaves the room, he comes back with another. It was like, okay, today's visit's $139. We were like, perfect.
That's perfect.
Okay, so I'll be right back. He comes back and goes, well, we have to give him some medicine, so it's actually going to be $262. We're like, okay, that's we got it. All right. So then he leaves the room again, he comes back, and I said, don't tell me, it's going to be $339. I said, you're not leaving this room. You're here with us for the rest of the day. Or 5 minutes, however long it takes.
Yeah.
And,
but now they know her. She's supposed to go every month. It's about $300 a month, and now I'm broke, and I don't have a job to get it for her, so I feel bad. But she does have medicine to at least help her. And if she doesn't get her medicine every morning, and the 2 babies that are hers, they get something too without actual medicine in it. If they don't,
they're healthy as horses.
Oh my gosh, they're so healthy, it's sick. If they don't get it, they get so angry and they will hurt me. So I do fear for my life sometimes. But other than that,
This is going to be like the first time in a long time, if it goes this way, that we didn't have health insurance. and that we can't take them. This will be the first time in a long time.
But after your talk yesterday, it's going to be cheaper to go to the doctor because we don't have health insurance. So I think we'll be okay.
It'll be easier to pay cash. Actually, Marketplace has great. November's. Oh, it's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's October.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be October soon.
I'm the man with Marketplace. Before we got married, my health insurance was like $11 a month.
Yeah.
And the government paid the rest of it. And it was great because, I'm pretty healthy. But, if you got to go to the doctor for something. Whoa.
Oh, no. What?
That's a hell of a lot of money, Paula.
That's a lot of money.
That's like what we pay. We pay like that much money. We pay a lot.
Just for the one cat. And then because of the food that we give her, give the other cats the same food because they're just going to all eat her food anyway. So we're like, if we just give everybody the same thing, keep it uniform. So these cats eat like high on the hog. They eat better than we do.
And the dogs have special diet needs.
Because, anyway, we won't get into that.
We have an overweight dog. We have one. Well, he's not overweight. He's a monster. And then we have the other one that we're trying to feed. Well, the cats, they don't eat cheap food either.
That's what I just said. They don't. They get special food, and I give them expensive. I don't get prescription food, but it might as well be because it's about as expensive. For like a 4-pound bag, it's like $50. So it's really expensive, and you figure we got 6 of them, so we go through at least a bag and a half a week.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It's a lot. So.
Well, look, Paula and David.
Yes.
It costs his mom. We do too. You can't take my dog on a walk without telling him you love him and hug him. Because when we first got him, when we first got Tiggy, he was about 130, 135. And we didn't know what he was going to be like. And he got in a fight with our other dog, 2 fights. And I had to take him outside and I'd talk with him, just like I do a human being. I said, look, you can't live here if you're vicious.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have a vicious dog like this. You will not live here if you're like that. And I said, every day I'm going to come out here and hug you and kiss you and tell you I love you. And we were doing 3-4 walks a day. Mm-hmm. Now he goes outside. He won't start walking until I hug him and kiss him. Then he'll go. If it's raining, whatever, he just, he wants his stuff.
Is that why he's a potato?
He is a kind of a potato.
He's a potato.
Vet has him on hydrolyzed dog food. What the hell is that? Hydrolyzed. Maybe it's got water in it. Hydro.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like that.
Hydrolyzed.
Maybe it's food. Like the dried, like what is that called? Where they put it in the thing, the free-dried. Yeah. The free.
Just made up a word. It's fried-lighted.
It's free-lighted.
It's free-lighted.
Anywho, yes. And that stuff was in the cat food. And I realized that they were picking out those little pieces. And I'm like, what am I doing? I can't afford to keep feeding these guys this stuff for them to pick out the little pieces. So I started getting it without the little pieces. And now they eat all of it. But they didn't before.
That's where the protein is ground down.
Oh,
I get it.
Okay, I get that.
That's
now.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to digest.
Easier, yeah.
How old is your dog? Before we go, Paula. Is he? Did she tell me how old he was?
I don't know.
I don't remember if she did or not. I thought she told me.
She brushes his teeth 3 times a week. That's a feat. So here's something about
but
Kayak.
You know that dog will walk right up and do that.
Probably, but here's something about Kayak. So our older dog, who's littler than Tiggy, he has the most beautiful, like ice blue eyes, right? We took him everywhere with us to get him socialized so that way he would be good with people and walk them and everything so he gets exercise. We lived in St. Augustine, so we'd go downtown and we'd walk like St. George Street and stuff. And there was this restaurant we could sit outside and they'd bring out dog treats and bring out water for him so that way, we could sit and enjoy our meal. And we bought him like this like cool vest thing that you put ice cubes in it so that way he could stay cool in the summer, so he loved it. So anyway, we're walking one day and some lady comes up to us with her daughter or her friend and she goes, oh my God, your dog's eyes are so beautiful. Are those contacts? So before I can open my mouth here, says, yeah, we put him in every morning and we take him out every night. For a while, it was really hard getting him to sit still and put them in. And the lady was like, what? I didn't know they make dog contacts. Oh my God. And I'm sitting there trying to stop this train wreck from happening.
You don't say stuff like that to me in public.
No.
I don't.
Anyway, this woman probably goes around and tells everybody, I saw this dog and they put contacts in his eyes every day. And I'm like, he doesn't. I swear to God.
I can't put contacts in my own eyes.
I wear contacts. So I could do. But Kayak wouldn't.
She's always better. We got to go.
I'm not better.
We got to go. So we have had a great live stream tonight. And you know what? I'm happy that
Kayak
just
is
2
9.
people were here.
Kayak
I'm
is
happy.
9.
David, Paula, always Paula. We appreciate you. We did 2 live streams this week. We usually don't do 2 in a row like this. We're going to start doing more.
We're going to
Hopefully,
start doing more.
Yeah.
I have a little bit more time, so we can.
Anyway, thank you, Paula. Thank you, Dave. You guys rock. Appreciate everything you do for us, and we are now a monetized channel, so we're doing good, and we will see you very soon.
We will. Thank you, guys. Love you. They're sweet. Oh, that was
Wow.